Top 10 Richest Countries in the World 2021. Many people who swear that they have discovered the secret to overall happiness claim that it has nothing to do with money. There is an incredibly high chance that you have heard the phrase, "money cannot buy happiness," at some point in your life. It is one of the most common cliches ever to exist, and while there is a truth behind this blanket statement, there is also a boatload of evidence that shows money can lead you to feel happier overall. By looking at the GDP per capita, or gross domestic product per capita, of each country around the globe, it is possible to rank countries based on wealth and then compare them to each other. From there, you can determine which states are wealthiest and then list the countries in descending order, from richest to poorest. Here is the definitive list of the top 55 most affluent countries in the world, starting with the wealthiest country. Luxembourg, GDP per capita, $119,719. The European country of Luxembourg has been classified and defined as the wealthiest country in the world. The findings are based on the gross domestic product values of the countries. The GDP is calculated by dividing the country's total GDP by the population size, and from there, you'll end up with the GDP value per capita within a country. Norway, GDP per capita, $86,362. The GDP of Norway ranks as the second largest in the world. Back in 2017, Norway's GDP registered as $74,571 United States dollars. In 2019, the country experienced a high jump to a GDP value of $86,362 United States dollars. Switzerland, GDP per capita, $83,832. Switzerland is yet another European country that made the list of top 5 wealthiest countries based on GDP per capita. The GDP of Switzerland is currently $83,833 United States dollars. This is much higher than the GDP of Switzerland in 2017, which was registered as being $80,069 United States dollars. Ireland, GDP per capita, $81,477. The GDP of Ireland is $81,477 United States dollars. Compared to the country's GDP in 2017, the current Irish GDP is nearly 11,000 United States dollars greater than it was. For reference, Ireland's GDP in 2017 was 70,220 United States dollars. Iceland, GDP per capita, $78,181. The European country of Iceland has a current GDP of 78,181 United States dollars. 2 years prior, the GDP was 73,529 United States dollars. Qatar, GDP per capita, $65,062. The United States of America, GDP per capita, $64,906. Denmark, GDP per capita, $63,434. Singapore, GDP per capita, $62,690. Australia, GDP per capita, $58,824. Here are the 10 richest countries in the world. United States, $18.62 trillion. China, $11.22 trillion. Japan, $4.94 trillion. Germany, $3.48 trillion. United Kingdom, $2.65 trillion. France, $2.47 trillion. India, $2.26 trillion. Italy, $1.86 trillion. Brazil, $1.80 trillion. Canada, $1.53 trillion. The reason behind this counter-argument is that a lot of negative feelings and situations arise from a less than ideal fiscal standing. When your credit score is low due to unpaid credit card balances, things like leasing a car, purchasing a home, or renting an apartment are difficult or impossible. Your monetary affairs can severely impact the ability to provide for yourself on a luxurious level or buy the bare necessities human beings need to get by. Everything in the world costs money, and there really is no exception to such a bold claim. People are quick to retort with the notion that you cannot buy experiences or memories, but the truth of the matter is that you need to have a source of finances in order to go anywhere and experience new cultures, places, or any other travel-related endeavor whatsoever. You can create memories doing things that don't require money. Still, the options are painfully limited, and you can only make the same memory of hanging out in your backyard before it becomes dull and not worth storing in your long-term memory. While it is not necessarily true that wealthier people are happier, they are far more capable of paying for anything they need and preventing any stress, anxiety, or depressive symptoms resulting from an inability to afford something you need.